In this class, we are going to discuss about question number 9, exercise 7.2, coordinate geometry. Observe this question. Find the what? Find the coordinates of the points which divide the line segments joining A and B into 4 equal parts. What? One line segment we are having AB, and we want what? Coordinates of the points which divides this line segment in 4 equal parts. What? This line segment is dividing in 4 equal parts, then we are getting 3 points P, Q, R. We want to find what? Coordinates of these points, coordinates of P, Q and R. Clear? So these are what? Equal parts. So we are assuming AP equal to PQ equal to QR equal to RB equal to what? K. We are assuming these parts are equal to K. Clear? Then what we can say? Q is what? Midpoint. Q is the midpoint. So what about its coordinates? We know well, once we are having line segment and we want to find the midpoint of that line segment, then we will use midpoint formula. Line segments points we are having x1, y1, x2, y2. Then midpoint will be what? x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Clear? So by using this formula, we can find coordinates of point Q. Then x1 is what? -2, y1 is what? 2, and x2 is what? 2, and y2 is what? 8. We are putting these values in this formula and solving, then we are getting coordinates of midpoint Q will be what? 0, 5. Its coordinates we obtain by using midpoint formula. Clear? Simple. So we obtain its coordinate. Now we are having 2 points remaining, P and R. So observe, P ratio will be what? Once we consider this line segment P point, its left hand side we are having this part, and its value we assumed as K, and in the right hand side we are having 3 parts. So sum of these 3 parts will be what? 3K. So PB is what? 3K. AP is what? K. AP is to PB will be what? K is to 3. So we can say 1:3 ratio. This point dividing this line segment in 1:3 ratio. Clear? For this point we are having ratio 1:3. A and B coordinates we are having. Once we are having ratio and A and B coordinates, then we will use section formula. This one is what? Section formula, in which M1, M2 values we are having 1:3. 1 is the M1. This 3 is what? M2. And x1, y1 and x2, y2. We will put these values in this formula, then we can find the coordinates of point P. Observe carefully. Coordinates of point P will be what? We will put these values in this formula. M1 is what? 1. X2 is what? 2. Plus M2 is what? 3. x1 is what? Minus 2 divided of m1 plus m2, 1 plus 3, comma m1 y2, m1 is what? 1, y2 is what? 8 plus m2 is what? 3, y1 is what? 2 divided of m1 plus m2. Clear? Solve. Then coordinates of P will be what? 2 plus minus 6. 3 into minus 2 will be what? Minus 6 divided of 4, comma 8 plus 6 divided of 4. Solve. Minus 4 upon 4, comma 14 upon 4. Simplify. Then coordinates of P will be what? Minus 1, comma 7 by 2. So by using section formula, we obtained what? We obtained coordinates of point P. Clear? And its coordinates will be what? Minus 1, comma 7 by 2. Q already we obtained by using midpoint formula. Now only this point is remaining. So by using same section formula process, we will find the coordinates of point R. So first, how we are getting its ratio 3:1? Observe this point. Observe this point. We want what? Coordinates of R. Its right side we are having RB, and its value is what? We assumed is K, and in the left hand side we are having K plus K plus K. What? 3K. So AR is what? AR is what? AP plus PQ plus QR, and sum will be what? 3K, and in the right hand side RB is what? K. So AR is to RB. AR is to RB will be what? 3:1. For R point, ratio is 3:1. A coordinates and B coordinates we are having in the question. We will put these values in the section formula and solve. Then we can obtain what? Coordinates of R point. Clear? Observe carefully. Coordinates of R point. M1 is what? 3. M2 is what? 1. So M1 into x2. M1 is what? 3 into x2 is what? X2 is this one, 2. Plus M1 is what? 1. M1 into x2. M1 into x2 plus M2 into x1. M2 is what? 1 into x1 is what? Minus 2 divided of M1 plus M2, comma M1 into y2. Y2 is what? 8 plus M2 into y1. Y1 is what? 2. This is what? Y1, 2 divided of 3 plus 1. Solve. Coordinates of R will be what? 6 minus 2 divided of 4, comma 8 3s are 24 plus 2 divided of 4. 4 upon 4, comma 26 upon 4. Solve. 1 comma, observe 1 comma, solve this one. This will be 13 by 2. So coordinates of R point will be what? 1 comma 13 by 2. So all 3 points coordinates we obtain. Observe again what we are doing in this question. In the question we are having one line segment AB, coordinates of A and coordinates of B we are having in the question. Then this line segment is dividing in 4 equal parts. We are dividing this line segment in 4 equal parts. Clear? We want to find what coordinates of point P, Q and R. So observe, Q is the midpoint. So by using midpoint formula, we can easily to find the coordinates of point Q. Clear? P and R we are getting by using section formula. For section formula, we require ratio. So once we observe these all parts are equal, so we can say P having ratio 1:3 and R is having ratio 3:1. Clear? Then we are putting the values in the section formula and solving. Then we are getting P coordinates what -1 comma 7/2 and R coordinates what 1 comma 13/2. Clear? I hope you understand this question. That's all about this question. Thank you so much.